You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your weekly early edition spoilers for the 19th through the 23rd of February. That's the third full week of sweeps. We've got an unconscious cop who remains comatose after he's been shot. We've got the hideous drug dealer responsible for it. We've got something found during the geocaching event. We've got some history lessons that are coming our way soon about Tom and Alice Horton. I've got so much to tell you about. If you haven't already, though, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our day's updates. All right, as I always do with these early edition spoilers, real quick, I'm going to run through what's happening the rest of this week in Salem just to give you some context for next week's spoilers. And for next week, I've got 2 spoilers for every day from this early edition. So exciting stuff. Wednesday, February 14th, happy Valentine's Day to everybody in Salem and everybody listening here. We've got Marlena Evans out for a romantic picnic with her husband, John Black. They're in the park. He's got the whole traditional red checked tablecloth, a big picnic basket, and they dance around the park, and it's so romantic. Too bad he's got more pawn problems coming. Kayla and Steve wake up in bed together. He has roses for her. They talk about their romantic ups and downs. And their daughter, Stephanie Johnson, is around to have breakfast with them on Valentine's Day as well. Johnny and Chanel are supposed to be getting married on Valentine's Day. They surprise Paulina, who has surgery scheduled for her thyroid cancer. It looks like they are probably going to get married on the spot somewhere easy peasy where she can be there to witness it, maybe even at the hospital. I mean, they already did a destination wedding sort of over in Italy. They basically eloped. So I think it's going to be nice, however it is. Theresa Donovan is very certain Alex Kiriakis is going to propose to her on Valentine's Day because she saw the ring. And boy, are things about to get awkward between them. Thursday, February 15th of this week, Xander worries that things between him and Sarah are completely and totally broken now that the cops beat down his door and arrested him for no reason other than somebody had his number on a phone. Well, yeah, because somebody called him trying to, solicit murder, and he did not give them the time of day. But as we know, Rafe's not exactly Sherlock Holmes over there at the Salem Police Department. They have brought in the wrong guy, but accusations are going to fly. And of course, he's terrified that Sarah is going to walk away from him. Brady has a visit with his daughter, Rachel Black, but then he winds up fighting with Kristen DeMera, of course. And Chad talks Everett through everything that happened the night of the Horton house fire. This threat from Clyde is real. Jada takes a turn interrogating Stefan and Ava, trying to get information from them about Harris and why he wound up shot. And Stephanie Johnson asked Jada and Rafe to do a double date and meet her boyfriend, Everett Lynch. Uh-oh, that can't be good, can it? Friday, February 16th of this week, we're going to close out the week with Nicole Walker. Back in Salem, Holly is back with her. Holly doesn't look like she's awake, but she's not on a ventilator. She's breathing on her own. I guess they're still waiting on the last little bit of her recovery and for her to wake up. And very soon, the following week, we're also going to have Tate Black back on hand. So both the teens are going to be back. Theresa gets really impatient when Alex doesn't propose, and she demands that he does propose. And guess what? He is not going to propose. So that's going to be rough going into next week. Leo Stark keeps the pressure up on Sloan Petersen by interfering with her alone time with Eric Brady on Friday. And Wendy and Tripp head out with a lot of other Salemites to take place to the place where they're doing the Valentine's Day geocaching event, and something is going to be found. And Stephanie and Everett catch up after their double date. It's kind of a vague spoiler, but we are going to know more about it next week. All right, now let's start on Monday, February 19th, where I've got 2 spoilers for you. The first, Jada Hunter confronts Everett Lynch and accuses him of being her ex, Bobby. Clearly, Everett is playing the "that's not me" card. And I will say what's funny is if for some reason he is an identical twin, just by the way, DNA tests don't sort that out for you because their DNA is almost exact if they are identical twins. You generally can't tell them apart at all. So we'll see. I don't know if was having some kind of cognitive mental issue or if he's just a lying dirtbag, but we'll find out more next week. Also on Monday, Paulina Price is out of surgery. She is recovering, and her husband, her daughter, and her new son-in-law, Johnny, are all there for her. Then on Tuesday, February 20th, Theresa Donovan is in a snit because Alex did not propose to her. She found the ring. She felt like he should have proposed. I'm assuming he got the ring for her. It would be weird him carrying one around because he hasn't proposed to anybody else. But he also was telling Marlena that he wanted to do this right. He wanted to take things slow. I don't think it's that he doesn't want to be with her. I think it's 2 things. It's too soon for them to be engaged, and her pressuring him and giving him an ultimatum, that doesn't exactly put a guy in a romantic mood. So Theresa decides she's going to pack and move out because he didn't propose. So I don't know if she's trying to force his hand. We'll see. Sloan Petersen complains to Melinda Trask. She again is on about her marriage problems. Baby's not sleeping, so she's not getting enough sex, and she's just not happy being a parent, and Melinda doesn't want to hear it. But very soon, Sloan's going to give that baby back. The showrunner already said it. Wednesday, February 21st, we've got Doug and Julie Williams going with Maggie Kiriakis. They head over to see what's left of the burned down Horton house. It looks like it is pretty well destroyed. Roman and John and Marlena and Kate all go over there with them. They get together and they figure out how they can help. Julie wants to rebuild. Thursday, February 22nd, Brady and Theresa go see their son Tate Black. Remember, he's at that teen psych facility, juvenile facility, which is better than being in big boy jail, but they were concerned about his letters. They head out for a visit. And Steve Johnson completely crushes his daughter when he gives Stephanie evidence that Everett and Bobby are indeed the same guy. But I don't think this is the end of the story. I think Bobby/Everett, Robert Everett, whatever his name is going to need some medical testing because I think he really does believe what this is. So something I think is broken in his head, but we'll find out. Or maybe he's just Nick Fallon 2.0. Friday, February 23rd, we're closing out next week with Constantine demanding answers from Steve. Now we know that Constantine sort of has a legit grudge because the pawn killed a woman that he loved, Katerina. We also have Rafe targeting Xander, but Xander, of course, insists that he did not do this thing. And guess what? He did not do it. Fortunately for him, he's got a lawyer, Justin Kiriakis, who believes him, and he's got the love of his life, Sarah Horton, who also believes him. She is not abandoning him, so they are going to fight to get him free, and I am there for it. That is all of the early weekly spoilers I have for you. Come back tomorrow for Days weekly spoilers, and over the weekend for 2-week spoilers. We are here talking Days 7 days a week. Please click subscribe. Definitely drop your comments and check back soon. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.